Grand Rising, coming to you at 0600 hours and 38 minutes. It is January the 14th, 2022. This is a apology video to the people that receive messages from a person that I was speaking about in my vigilante lesson 1 video. I've since then blocked them, and as I said, it's weird because the crazy part is a lot of people, even though I hashtagged it and said they didn't even know, they really thought, and it really was, it's my story of truth. And if anything, if you received a message, I apologize. The two people, a man and a woman, that I said collaborating, that I knew, that will not say what's the problem. And I figured out the problem because when they sent people messages and they sent me a message back, they was showing me I didn't have to ask them. They was showing me what they were saying to them about, as I said, you have to be mindful of people that's just jealous. The guy, he showed no action to resolve an issue because he had a problem with me. The problems with me, brothers, that's sad. A 50-year-of-age man is jealous of a 39-year-of-age man. A 47-year-of-age female, so I can't even call him a man. He's a male. He's jealous of me. His motive was, I don't know. That's the problem. Still, it's jealousy. Like I said, be mindful of jealousy in 2022, black men. They went after Drake, they went after Trey Songz, they gone after Antonio Brown, they are going after Cuba Gooding. Name every black man, Kanye West, they going after guys. There's black men because they had like one report, so they don't report it yet. So I'm not going to even say what it is because I gotta say vigilant. I made a few days. Oh, I put FRE. Hold on, I'm going to correct that in my banner. Typing as I am illiterate right now. So that wasn't even a diss. As I said, the woman is jealous because I moved on. But the funny part, I haven't talked to this woman, which I didn't mention in my last video, for 3 months. I asked her on 3 different occasions. 3 different occasions she has already slept with 3 different men since June or July. We talked, and people would stare at us. And then I figured out, I went to those same places again by myself. One of the ladies the other day, that's how I understand. She said, "Oh, where's that lady you was at? That was your aunt or grandmother." I said, "Who you talking about?" She said, "You came here in the summertime with a lady." I said, "Oh, that was the lady I dated." She said, "You was dating an older woman?" I said, "No, she's only 47. She said, "Oh, okay." And this is not a diss to the lady. My mother didn't want to meet her because I showed a picture of my mother. I cannot find, it's in my phone. I sent it to people. I showed my mother and my sister because my sister's like, who they talking about? Because my mother didn't want to meet her. She's mad that she looked old and nobody want to meet her. And the dude going around telling people I am angry and mad and I abuse. Now, it was cool. Talk shit about me. I need mad. Say I need mad. I don't care. Say I'm jealous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be personal. Be the personal, like a personal attack. Just literally, but to tell people, because that's messed up. I abused her. Man, now with him, I call him every name in the book. Did I say this dude? I said he's jealous. What is the reason of you doing it? I gave him a chance to speak to me. He did not speak to me. See, I'm not going to say their name because I came at him for real. I gave him chances and opportunity to come and talk to me. So my apology is not to him. My apology is to people that he's sending messages. He said, the lady I'm talking to, we laughing about it. She a fake woman. I said, wow, I'm not capable of getting a beautiful woman that I don't have to argue and fight with and do all of these things with, because he's telling people about, I hate black women. My experience with black women, and you can ask my mother, and you can see the lady, they all chocolate. It's the reason I talk, I told her, I said, at some point, I said, I felt that she's my size. I'm 6'5", but weight-wise and height, she's not a short, small woman either. When she's standing near me, and I'm 6'5". At that time, I was 260. I'm around 245, 244. So, and if I stand next to her, I'm not sure of her weight, but a woman that tall and that thick, about 160. She was in the army. So to say I'm the one, I was looking at her like she might hit me one day. Like, see, I don't know what people like. We'll be here acting as women, a lot of women. That's why I kept saying, why are you? She got jealous off the fact that I moved on. Again, she wanted me to notify her courtesy of, I haven't talked to you. I haven't sent you a message after I asked you 3 times to stop calling and texting me if you moved on. I said, if you're working on yourself, you're going to actual counseling. If you check out her video, from the last video, I said her call name. She was literally going to work on herself, but now she's walking around to other women. Now this is the lightest apology. I did not expect her to do what he's doing, but I had to remember I found out, and then I still don't know what a B sector is. Like, I seen them on other people's channels, they have like the same similar names, but to walk around into now what they're doing is they don't realize this. I'm not going to do nothing about it. They're harassing other people. They have nothing to do with what's going on. Now, that's what they're doing. I hope they don't realize. And there's other people that know they sent messages to that they have nothing to do with what is going on. So this is not even me being mad at somebody video. This is me warning them about bothering other people. I don't have nothing to do. When you send somebody a video and then the one lady was trying to just talk, he up there down in her. About he's using people. So what was the point? I have 139 family members, and I appreciate everybody, and I tell you every time and the chance I get and things of that nature. What did he want? And I asked him, what did you want with my video? And with her, what is your purpose of going around telling people? If people actually screenshot, which they have, and send that. So if somebody and you watch the Vigilant video and I use your name, you was in the chat, they sent you a message. Few people that I didn't even know, but because what he did on my Instagram, he clicked on people. I didn't even have the lady name. She has a account that's different from mine, and I didn't even write her name. He stalked her and talked about I'm using her picture. She laughed. She just ignored them. She told me to leave this alone. I'm leaving it alone. But my apology is not, I'm not even talking about them. My apology is to the people that's being affected by, I'm sorry. It's crazy that a man that's in his 50 and a woman that's about to be 50 will do the 13, as the people say, like, yo, this is mad childish. And as people said, it's like you trying to figure out, it's like, it don't, what I've been told, they say reading what you wrote, said what you said, it don't make sense. They haven't answered the question of why they feel that way. It was the lady was playing fake innocent about leave her alone. I didn't talk to her for 3 months. After I said, leave me alone, she was still sending me stuff. I said, stop sending me stuff. She agreed. Then she sent me a message about some guy. So if you go into people's video, like, as I said, come on, brothers, you know how this goes. They were collaborating, as I said they were. See, but you mad at me for moving on. You already had sex with 3 different dudes. I remember on Facebook, a woman said, my ex-boyfriends are not allowed to move on until I say they can move on. Nah, we in some strange little distorted world. I don't know these female minds is at, but I don't do games. Now, what you two doing? Y'all are beyond messing with me. That's the part that don't bother me. But going other people, you don't know who people are. They can be lawyers and different people in different positions. They on here having a platform, and you two are going to other people's channels saying stuff about me or you're finding stuff, and then at the same time, when you say stuff about me that is not true at all, yeah, you're going down a different path. It's nothing I said about you or you two that was a lie. Because as soon as I'll go in the courtroom like that wasn't no lie. She literally got to do this. He literally do this. I didn't speak on your personal life or nothing. They don't know. They just knew that you wronged me. The dude, the male that's 50, acting 13, wronged me. Won't say this is the crazy part. I still don't have an understanding of what is your problem, dude. And you're somebody, you're not even an ex. You was a lady I was getting to know in 2 months, and that was it. Now, if we want to go, now you want to have a real talk of what, she can come on my stream and we can talk and tell the people what you did from day one. You put yourself in the position and then you destroyed what we could have had. That's nothing to do with me. And I'm not going to take no fault because I will literally, if we have that talk and we air it out, you talk about honest? No. It's times I'll own up in relationships. This is not a relationship. I will take any account that I did anything wrong to a woman. I'm not taking that because everything that was wrong, you going to people's channels, you emailing people, you messaging people. I don't know where your innocence in is. I don't know where innocence. And the dude still won't say what is wrong. So I apologize to everyone. He won't talk. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's trying to get out of this. I'm sorry from my heart, from the bottom of my heart. I'm not apologizing to neither one of them. They're doing things that people that you're reaching out to can take them to court. So for them to think they're doing something, and YouTube have information. If you don't read guidelines, especially Facebook, you can be incriminated of things you said on YouTube. I don't know if they know that. I don't care what position you is or who you think you know, that's still incrimination. All we trying to get down is to the truth. So apology, I'm not apologizing them. You shouldn't be going around on other people's channels sending them messages about other people and literally off of this, I don't know him from a can of paint, and we don't know the 139 family members that joined, and I appreciate that I'm part of their YouTube platform and other platform. I don't know them offline either. So for people to go to their channels and say, and for YouTube, for the old man and the old woman to do this, 50 years of age, and she's 55, 54, 52, around that. She's 47 to be doing this. That's truly sad. I didn't go nowhere beyond of what me and her been through and what me and him. Again, they have not said what bothers him about me. Even if it's something stupid, he cannot like. What bothers you about, dude? If you see this or your little flunkies, what bothers you about me? And for the female, I have not talked to her. I I should have saved them before I deleted and blocked her on my platforms. There is nothing the reason she to do this. I moved on. If you move on, there's no reason to keep talking to somebody. You're not an ex. You're 2 months of a lady she's a 2-month lady I got to know. That's not an ex. That's nothing. Nothing. So to be mad over something, I didn't make promises. I never made a promise to her. Nothing. I said, let's see how things, that's how I work. Especially if somebody causing strife or negative to my heart. She was causing strife and negative over herself. I'm not going to claim nothing. If somebody calls, I'm taking a woman out. She cannot like me for things that, if she say, I can't understand women won't be with a man. To them, he seemed too soft. Cool. That's not I'm going to be a little hurt, but that's not going to cause me to feel a way to come and hurt her. Okay, you think I'm too, you think. But then when I show you I'm not, okay then. But that's the thing. You have to tell a person. So with her, what caused it was her, it's angerness. But the one thing I tell you, this is we see what Drake did. Drake should be January, not Fool of the Month. Instead of Antonio Brown should be Drake. Drake got in a situation with a woman. He used a condom. He ejaculated in the condom. He went into the bathroom and made hot sauce. So what she tried to do is take the condom out and put it in her, like the one lady did. She was 36, now she's 40. Her child is 4. You can Google the black woman in a hotel that used a millionaire condom and pregnancy. So now, that was my alarm. Now he has to pay 6 years of child support of $2 million. So this is what I'm kind of dealing with. Not dealing with that. I'm dealing with a woman. She's saying I'm the abuser and hurt one. I'm hurting people. She said, if you go back and when you listen to what I was saying, we literally, our first night together, the disagreement came from something I could not control. That right there started everything. And if you can't, and I had disagreements with other women, but the lady, she's what's really got her heated. He went back. The dude went back and told her stuff. That's why, again, he won't even say, I don't like you because I think you a punk. I don't like you because, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, back in the day, you was a young man and you would say to a dude, yo, I don't like you. I think you weak. You know what I'm saying? At least say, that's what you said. I'm sorry. It can sound stupid. I grew up in the hood. That's a legit answer. That's legit to say, if he said, Otho Williams Jr., I don't like you, quote unquote, because I think you soft, a punk, a chump, that would make sense. He haven't even said, he never gave no closure of why he don't like me. That's the why I'm calling it weird. That's why I'm calling him a bitch ass nigga, because at least you can say that. That's his truth about what he thinks of. Nobody can change that. He can't change that unless he want to. That's a legit, but just to keep doing and saying things, that's not legit. But the funny part, black men, the moral of the story, we beef with each other, but we don't beef. I guarantee you he never fought a white man a day in his life. I bet you he was a good little slave, little house nigga to the white. He told me before. You want to get personal, since you say I want to abuse women, he was a good little house nigga to white men. I abuse women. Never in my life will I touch a weaker vessel. I don't care if that's Muhammad Ali's daughter, Ann Fox that was gonna fight her, Ronda Rousey. Name some China, rest her soul. Scary Sherry. I know if you old enough, you know what Scary Sherry is. Think of any strong, powerful woman in the history of fighting. I will never. I'm talking about being with a woman that's not attacking me with a gun or a knife in imminent danger. I would never abuse a woman. So to say that, I can literally take him to court. They have nothing, and other people harassing people. So defamation and harassment is a court. That's a court thing. So I don't know what they're trying to do. People could just sue them. And I don't go that route, but I don't have to, because I don't think in that manner. I'm saying other people. So they can keep doing what they do. Leave people alone. And only reason, and I told my woman, I asked her, she was like, leave it alone. I said, okay. She's always been in private. She said you can use the picture, but she had no problem. And when another man go to a woman and he won't come to the man, I told you that's a bitch ass nigga. And he still won't. I told him we can set up a YouTube pay-per-view, get in an octagon, a hexagon, a square ring, a wrestling ring. Dude, you got enough views. We got mad people that love to see Otho Williams Jr. I don't even know. That's why I don't even know the real. I'm so real. I use my full name, my own name. Otho Williams Jr. with this bout. 5, 10 rounds, whatever rounds you want to go, man to man, fist to fist, face to face. You can wrestle, you can kickbox, you can do taekwondo, you can use judo, you can use whatever you can do. We can do bare knuckles, you can do whatever you want. Versus Sly Jones. You got a beef with me, I don't care if you tell me you don't like me because you think I'm soft or weak or a punk or a chump. At least say that. But say it to that's the thing. Say it to my face. That's what, if you're talking about being a man and being a brother, say it to their face. You know the racists have more balls than you, nigga. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, choose your path, choose wisely, make it your choice. And this is not a diss. These are not diss videos. These are showing the young men you can be aware, you can be good, but young men, it's 2022. Don't let people roll you over. Don't let people, it's no more time for that. I don't know where your father is in the house. I don't know who's around you. You don't got to kill and shoot. You can do exactly what I'm doing. Use your mind. This is using my mind. Because I know when people do this, they're scared of you. And overall, if people really know what jealousy is, this is what Sly Jones, he's very jealous of me. The lady is jealous of me. This is not defaming him. He literally, I'm calling him out to say something to me. Personally. He can get mad or call me names. I ain't gonna call because he know I got tact and etiquette when I talk to people. Because I've already shown that with him. Even when he called me it's like slide means sled. He slide under, he'll call you names and stuff. Like like that person that, what's that word? They call you names. That's what he do. This is not a diss. I never made one diss video. It was calling him out. I had his phone number on tour, so I deleted it now. Call me, text me, emailed him 2-3 times, even on the in other platforms. Hey, what's up? But you go harassing other people, that's on you. And you defaming me, that's on you. And brothers, stand up for yourselves. You don't have to take anything from no one that's can harm you or defame your name or anything. No, it's not being the bigger, like, this don't bother me. It's just letting people know if a person go say something, make sure it's true. If you're going to be that man, be that woman, make sure it's true. Don't just say stuff to say stuff because you mad. I would never just say Sly did something to me to incriminate him. Now, I know I just called him a bitch ass nigga, but to just say, I can't think of nothing because I don't have that. See what I'm saying? I can't think of that. I'm working. I made power of goodness, power of oneness. You think I'm worrying about, you see, I don't do the negative undertone because I can say the power of oneness, the bad side, the power of goodness, or the power of bad. I can easily, this is the power of bad. But they are not expecting someone to stand up for themselves when they got the right. I don't have to ignore nothing because that's like saying you an assassin. I'm supposed to just let you slice me down with a sword when I did nothing wrong. No, that's not how it goes. But 2022, brothers. Keep watching, stay vigilant, stay prepared. Like for me, one of the things I do, they say if the zombies attack us, I throw 1,000 punches, then I reset. Finally getting over COVID, I can get to 4,000. And what I mean by I don't just throw 4,000. I do 1,000 punches, then I reset. I do 2,000 and I reset. I do 3,000 and I reset. Then I did 4,000 and reset. I was about winded. My highest has got to 8,000. So after every next 1,000, so 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. So after I got to 7,000 and 8,000, I reset to the beginning. So that means I threw 1,000. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 30. That's 35,000 punches I throw in my record. So that's how I prepare. You don't see a mass buildup of muscle because you're not preparing. Like I would share with young men real quick before I jump off. You don't have to be muscular to fight. I don't mean out of shape either. You're still gonna have to eat healthy, make sure your body good. Oh, this is a chance real quick too, brothers. I'm gonna go to your doctor visits. Please go see the doctor. Please, please, brothers. That's the problem with COVID right now. COVID is attacking a weakness in your body. But being vigilant, there's no weakness. I'm not saying you the best at blocking kicks. You the best at taking punches to the stomach. You the best at catching things from a distance. You the best at the sword swing. You the best at target practice and grouping. But you can always get better. Once you learn, and when you shoot and you learn how to breathe, you learn your aim. So when I bowl, I listen, but I still do. So if I have to stand way to the left, I stand way to the left. But I still have to make sure when I lay the ball on the ground and let it roll, I still have to be between those dots. So I'm picking up a spear or strike. I still have to aim. So you got to remember, everybody, none of us is normal. We all unorthodox. So we all unorthodox. We can't really follow everybody's cue on what to do. So their prescription all the time is not your description. You have a great day. Everybody be well. I'm sorry again to the people that's affected by a 55-year-of-age man and a 47. I don't know if you got any time real quick. Do you want to real quick for the young brother? Because you know what I'm about. I never had no problem with no brother, and I don't start trouble. I highlight things that's going on. By any chance, do you want to come on and real quick express to young men how to deal with people that are harassing them or not them, other people? So remember I made the vigilant lesson 1 that people, they went to harass other people and they sent me messages. Oh, you can't? Okay. Yeah, if you want to come on real quick, because brother, this got out of hand. This was weird. I didn't assassinate nobody. I brought up the truth. That's all I ever bring up. Like if me and she had a problem, I know my brother she would say, yo, I got his email. He got my email. I'd have emailed him. Because I don't have his number. Like I said, she mad cool. Like I would hang out with him and I wouldn't have to worry about my brother she up there dissing me and everything. So I got like a few minutes, about 10, 20 minutes if you want to come on. And I don't know if you got any messages. Probably not. Because he seemed to only go after the women. And Grand Rising. Hey, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. What's going on now?
All right. This is from, I don't know if you got anything from the lady and the man I was speaking about from the Vigilant Lesson 1 video. You didn't get
Yeah, the
no
last
message.
one. Yeah,
You did?
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. So what they was doing is going around harassing people about my, like, saying I abused her, used her. She's telling people I used her. For some reason, I wasn't talking to this lady, and I remember I wish I'd have saved it, but I didn't. I saved the last time. I said, please stop talking to me. A whole month went by, and then the guy sending her messages about me with another woman, and then using another woman. I'm moved on, not even associated with her. So what they did, they went around messaging people about me. They don't like, she know me, but she still don't really know me after 2 months, and we wasn't talking no more. And all me and the other dude did was associate on here. Like, it's weird. Like, and then he won't say, you know, if you had a problem, you say, at least OJ, I think you a punk. I think you a chump. That's why I don't like you. Remember that growing up?
Yeah,
But he not doing that. He just, so I'm just saying, like, you got any messages for the young men that, like, how to deal with this, or anything, or whatever you got on it, whatever you got, say what you got.
yeah. For the most part, man, if you spoke your piece and you said all you said, I mean, there's nothing else to say because in the end, they're gonna assassinate your character on the principle of. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, they're gonna assassinate your character on the principle of them joining together and going against you. So when it
Mm-hmm.
come down to it, there's nothing more you can do but speak the truth and let it be. Because, in the end, I had a situation like this with one of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all a lot of he say, she say stuff floating around. But, like I told the guy, when it came down to it, I was like, you know me more than everybody.
Right.
Me and you are closer than any other person in our circle. If you got an issue with me, come to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like just like you say, you had his number, you had his email, you guys talk and socialize online. That's more closer than anybody else. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like I say, this internet beef, man, it comes down to it like this. It's free publicity to try to start up some type of chaos and mess going on
Right.
to build your channel up, and most people they build their channel off of drama, and you got to keep the drama going.
And that's the problem, real quick. He has like 2,000 or more. I don't remember, because I blocked him and whatever long time ago. I stopped watching his videos long time ago. So he has way more people. So it's like, I have 139 family. I call you my family, you my brother. Because I don't see, even though I never met you, you my brother. Because we don't have, we associate through the things we do in life. So your channel was showing about insurance. You came to mine through, I'm not sure who you came through, but you checked me out. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, brothers. And that's how we've been clicking. Like, not in the click though, because people say, oh, you in the click now, but you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
that's how we've been associating with each other. But it's as, like, this is weird to me, brother. I have no, like, you, but as you said to the young man, he said it. You, once you done your part, even honorable brother Dr. Martin Luther King said, let's say if she hit me, I hit she back. Who gonna be the bigger man? Once you apologize and you did all you can do to make it right, is now the onus is on that person. So
yeah, man, and that's like I keep saying. See, this whole internet veil, man, is it's messing a lot of people up because it's almost as if they don't understand reality, man. They take this right here online and try to build a community in which they
mhm,
trying to assassinate people and their character. Man,
mhm. That's lowly. Now I'm like a lowly. community. So it's like what? The only thing I think of, brother, like as you said real quick, is jealousy. Have a brother ever told you, or have you experienced jealousy, or have you just felt it without him telling you? For whatever reason. I don't
Yeah,
know.
my bad.
See,
I had
no, you good. I know you got stuff. Yeah, yeah. But have you ever experienced jealousy?
a
Another
call
man
that
ever
came in.
said been? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is what I want to get into. I was just dropping my boys off, but man,
Okay.
my best friend, me and this guy, like I ain't want to let them know that because and they think me and this guy still cool. But my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
dog, me and him had an issue over some he say she say stuff. So it happened to
Mm-hmm.
another guy. Said I said something about his brother, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and which I questioned his brother character for what he did, but I never really, kind of try to go at his brother because this is my best friend. So we damn near like brothers. Like, so if
Right.
anything happened to his family, I gotta be in on, no
Mm-hmm.
questions asked. So if something happened to
Right.
his mom, I'm there. If something happened to his brother and sister, I'm there. And so when it got back, um, me and the dude, we was talking, his brother's best friend. I was talking to, well, not his brother best, but one of his brother close friends. I was
Mm-hmm.
talking to him. And dude made like about, I think the dude had shot his homeboy, his brother homeboy, like $3,000, in
Oh
which he didn't
wow.
have no job. He was
Wow.
just saving money doing little odds and ends, but he
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a job really. And when it came down to it, he was actually helping this guy from not getting kicked out of his house. But in return, he was staying with his brother. So I'm like,
Well,
how you gonna give all this money to your friend to help him out, but then your brother got a house over here and you're not really technically paying no bills? And so, I questioned that against that guy. I didn't say nothing really towards his brother. I just told the guy, I said, man, I said, my boy over here taking care of two households because he got a girl he just started staying with and he was
mm-hmm.
helping her with her bills. And then he was taking care of his house because he told his girl, he's like, no matter what, I'm not giving up my house. It took
Okay.
me a while to build my credit up and get my house. So he's like, I can stay with you, but I'm going to still, continue paying on my house. And if you don't like that, then that's a situation we can't deal. And she
Mm-hmm.
was she was cool with that. But
Okay.
my thing of it was like I was looking at him and the shit. I mean, sorry about that. It
No,
really
you
turned
good. You
left.
good. You good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I be trying to cut the cussing on people channel, but
Mm-hmm.
it turned left when he found this out through the other guy and just would call me and say random stuff like, "Yeah, man, you a snitch. Yeah, man, you talk too much." And I was like, what? I asked him like, he did this for 6 months. This is how petty he is. He did it for
Mm-hmm.
6 months. And when I kept asking him, I said, man, is there anything wrong between you, man? I said, what I do? I said, because you been coming at me foul lately.
Right.
And, he got a little bit of that truth, sir, and came out and said, man, you told something about my brother, which got me and my family, going against each other. My brother think I'm talking junk about him, trying to kick him out the house and all this. And I'm like, whoa, where all this come from? And then when he explained it, I was like, so you mad at me about this? And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm like, dude, you know how close we are? I'm like, why
Right.
you just didn't ask me? Like, you got my number. You know where I stay. Like, dude, even you could have emailed me anything, but like you could have asked me this straight up as soon as you got the message. You could even call dude on three-way and
Right.
set us all down and had a discussion. See, the thing is, when you have one side of the story, that's all you ever have.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's the thing with a lot of people. That's why I say you can't change certain people in their mentality and the way they think. Because if they only have a one side of the argument, they're only gonna come from that one side. They're not dealing with any other side but that one side.
Right. And for like the young men out there, for like I don't know how much time you got, however much time you got for the young men, I appreciate that. What is because I want to at least because I always talk about resolve resolution the same as people never hear it. What was it? Just say you didn't talk to him or you did like you did. what was the resolution or resolve out of all of that? Do you feel as you got anywhere, or did that help, or what happened? What came of that? You ain't got to be like
Well,
personal, but enough so the young man be
I could
like,
talk
okay.
about it. I mean, for the
Hmm.
most part, we didn't actually resolve it because we had a mutual friend that both of us was pretty close with,
Right.
and this guy, he just came back in town, like he moved back in. So we sat down and talked, and we had our talks about it. But in my opinion, it was kind of too late
Okay.
because he was holding it in for so long. That's like, excuse me, there's a situation where when you have somebody lie to you, and over time you don't know the truth, you technically start believing the lie.
Right.
That's in the case with kids when their mom tell them that their dad is bad, their dad
Uh-huh.
is this, and after so long of listening to the lie, you technically believe the lie. So when you meet your dad, you have ill will towards him until you're able to really, break
Right.
it down with him and her in the same room. There's no running. And see, a
Right.
lot of people they can't do that because
Mhm.
it keeps the lie growing when they're not together.
It's like a
But not to,
bomb, real quick. Like real quick, it's
yeah,
like a bomb. It's the residue, and then after the bomb explode and everything, the dust settle, you go back and be like, what can we really take from this after the bomb went off? There's nothing. I can't take the people. The people was involved. They're not coming back. The furniture, the house, even the ground is scorched. It's like, what do you take from it?
yeah, that when it comes to stuff like that, man, I said my piece. We talked about it. We
Right.
had a little issue after we talked about it, and I kind of just moved on because it was a situation happened with him, and I was like, ain't no returning back from that. And
Hmm.
it just was point blank. You as a man or even as a woman, you have to come to the conclusion in which if
Right.
you did your all to kind of rectify the situation, and they're still, feeling or acting a certain way, there's nothing more you can do.
You can do.
You know.
And I would love to like it's a lighter situation because I had similar. I feel as it's crazy, man, brother. You marry, have children, and everything, right? I don't have none of that. I have males that I've known because came to call them friends. Even why I called him my covenant brother at one point because of the interaction we had, and we still talk. He married and have a daughter. Well, he have a child and his wife. At two times in our life knowing each other, told me he was jealous of me or other guys because I'm a heartfelt type of guy. I'm not trying to say, yo, she give me your heart. I'm like, yo, man, we got a problem. Well, only way you solve the problem is we get to the heart matter. And a lot of people won't get to the heart matter. So to get down, they have to tell me the truth. I was jealous, and one guy was jealous of me. I couldn't really hang out with him no more because I can be wrong. No matter what, I stood on what I was. That's Otho Williams Jr. And I use my real name. So I stand, that let you know that's my stamp. I'm standing on what I say. And the way I am talking to you right now, brother, if I met you face to face, I'm literally gonna be the same way. I might be more like if we go dance, you might say, oh man, I probably would be more active of everything. You probably can hear my voice. I'm pretty personable. So I would feel as I would never have no problem. And my mother didn't raise us a certain way, nor my father. But for some reason, like for brothers, like I guess yours was more of it wasn't more of a jealousy. It was just a misunderstanding that got too far. Mine, it feel like okay, it's a misunderstanding, but to me, it's gonna feel like jealousy. So I feel as, but the brother did tell me, the one brother, three times in my life, three separate occasions, three different guys, they're jealous of me. And my mind was like, for what reason? I was like, I don't down myself, but you, especially the two of them married, two of the other guys married, got everything he want, and got his stuff going. I'm still having to restart every time. So it's as I don't get us, brother. I don't get the black men no more. I don't get us. I didn't know it was gonna be this bad when I got out the military.
Yeah.
In
it's funny you say that.
2005.
It's funny you say that because I got a friend, and this wasn't on no beef or anything, you
Right.
know. But this guy, you know, he does well for himself now. He has his kids and everything. But
Mhm.
you know, he said it from just more of a status part that he was jealous of me, you know,
Mm.
because he's like, I want what you got, man. You got a family, man. You got kids. He said, man, you intact. He said, that's what I want in my life. So he was more or less coming on the side of jealousy because he said, I want the life you have because I thrive for that intact family, you know, because
Wow.
you know,
Hmm.
like I said, I got married at 25. So all
Hmm.
my friends, they were still having fun, playing with chicks and, you know, doing their thing. But this guy, he came from, you know, dysfunction, you know, around him and his family, like me. Like I had a lot of ups and downs in my family, and for me to have you know, a family, that was my key to restart the brand. You know, like branding my name, branding my last name, branding my name. You know,
Right.
because I was associated as a child with my brothers, and when I got older, I branded myself, you know, to be different. So everybody in my family, that was like a couple of first things they said about me getting married. You know, it was like,
Okay.
oh, she married, man. You know, she got a family, man. He doing good for himself. You know,
Hmm.
and it separated me from my brothers to the point where nobody, you know, I can say, yeah, you know, I got brothers and everything because what was it? My older brother, we were having a talk, and he was telling me how one of my other brothers was saying that he was better than him, and he was like,
Oh
"Oh
wow.
man, I didn't know we was competing," you know.
Right.
And it kind of got left field, and he was like, "Well, if anybody is better, is Rashid because you know he got a family, he got kids, he married, you know." And then my other
Hmm.
brother, he's kind of slowed down with that, you know, because they have their beef
Right. Right.
because it's like the competition of the older versus the younger brother. Because it's funny, he like 10 months older than me, and I tell people that story, they be like, "Whoa, your mama was busy, boy." So you know, it
She
was
was like,
crazy,
doop
but
doop.
yep, I another. And so the crazy part is it's a spread between him, but you know, my older brother got locked up because he was in the gang life, and so he felt as if he would always run around like he's the oldest. And we would be in competition because, like I told him, I was like, "You're not my older brother. You're just my brother."
Right.
And he was like, "Well, who came first? You?" I said, "But that doesn't make you my older brother because, you know, we twins technically for like 2 months." So I told him, I was like, "I never call you my older brother. Anytime somebody tell me like that's your older brother, I just correct them. I'd be petty with it, but you know, I'd be
Hmm.
like, nah, that's my brother. He's not my big brother. He's not my little brother. He's just
Right.
my brother."
Right.
Yeah, but you know, it's a certain type of jealousy that's cool for you, but then the ones that's vindictive and, you know, try to get
Right.
recoil behind that, those are the ones, man, you got to worry about. And like I said, the guy with him, he sat down and it festered for so long to the
Right.
point where he couldn't go back on, you know, even if it was the truth, like he believed what he believed so much, the lie was more important than the truth. And
Right.
that's in most cases people get, like, you know, even in this space. That's why with certain YouTubers, man,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can
Go.
kind of
Yeah. Go
peep
ahead.
a little bit of how
Hmm.
they really react in real life. It's so many people not real on these panels, man, and it's to
Mm-hmm.
a degree they live for that glorified of the views and the subs. You know,
Right. You
it's
said
guys,
something, brother. You said
yeah,
something. I
it's
would
certain
want
guys
to
on the
do.
panels that do that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I would love to do a live one, but it's like I want to use the Brother Talk series for this one. And I set up like a presentation and I set the video date. You said now I have to go back and watch it. It's around 48 minutes. I'll have to get the exact words about the festering. I don't know if you remember what you just said, but it's a type of I don't call it a envy or a jealousy. It's part of that because that's where it come from. It come from a line of a type. I can't remember. I would love to do a video on that. If you're cool with that, I'll email you. Try to set a date you available around probably 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. if that's cool. For like, we ain't gonna do long. Like so far, I've only been here like 20 minutes to 25 minutes, so like a half an hour, 20-minute video, and just talk about resolving some issues that we have as brothers. All right, thank you. I see it.
Yeah,
Definitely
jealousy,
right
man,
now.
it breeds
Yeah,
envy, man. That's the
yeah,
biggest part. That's the biggest part. You know, when you have an issue with somebody, instead of kind of correcting it, man, it grows into a bigger problem. You know.
right. Like we had talk about scenarios. I know scenarios is gonna be different for everybody. Like we ain't gonna say names or like so. You was in a situation, you was with your homeboy, and we are kind of like do like a little like if we was doing a movie. I act as no script. I like what's up, she, and then say 2 years later, man, and I act like I'm hating on you a little bit, and then we do because we need that. Like I would love to get with these brothers that can do quick illustrations and do see like brothers. We don't even use our instead of having that. What if now this would have been funny if we found like a graphic designer who did like a short film with a dude that write plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as we talk, they have it like in the background, like playing. Like that's my imagination. And so when we talking, sometimes some brothers need a picture. So it's like, what do I do if she crossed me by accident, step on my like bring up real life stuff that happened. I stepped on shoes. He just got the new Jordans 3 hours ago. What do I do? She cut me in line on accident. What do I do? Or I make a mistake and bump she when he with his woman. What do I do? Type of scenario. And people's like some people, I remember people told me that was stupid. I was like, how is that stupid if you watch the news? And that's how they. And sometimes I have to like say, okay, yeah, that's a black man. He skipped him. He didn't shoot him over a chicken sandwich, but something led up to that. You know what I'm saying? Or stabbed him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So
You can have it to the point where it's just like you even having a bad day, and the last little thing that someone did just got on your nerves so bad, you
right.
know, and it festered to the point where you just had to correct the situation. You know, I done seen in situations, man. I was at this party one time, and you know, this dude had grabbed this other guy's sister, and you know, the guy he was like, hold on, you just put your hands on my sister, and you know, he was about to go off. And I was at a friend's house. It was a chick I know, and we was real cool. And so I stepped in the middle of it, and I was like, hey, bro, man, don't do this. I was like, you know where you at? You know, police come quick over here.
Right.
I like make that decision carefully. I was like, because if you got kids, anything, man, or even just respectful of your sister, like, what's gonna happen to you if it comes into a backlash, man, and y'all get to swinging? You in this man's house, he can go grab a gun. You got to go to the car, you know. And I was like, you don't want this kind of stuff at somebody's house, and your sister is cool with this girl. I'm like,
Right.
you just gotta leave, man, and let it die down. I was like, because he didn't really hit her, he just grabbed her, you know. But it was a sense of you putting your hands on my sister in the first place. And so I talked the guy off the edge, man, because he had about 10 guys with him.
Yeah.
And the guy who grabbed his sister, he only had like three cats with him. But you know, they was all popping like they got guns.
Right.
It was one thing lead to another type situation. And I calm both of them now. I'm like, man, come. I like, y'all don't want all this heat, because I'm like, if y'all get to shooting a fight, first thing going on, she getting kicked out of her apartment. So unless y'all got some type of money to put her up somewhere else, I'm like, bro, you got to respect her place.
Let it go.
Yeah. I told her, I was like, if anything, y'all go up the street with that. You know, just go in the parking lot up the street. Y'all can fight out there in broad daylight, do y'all thing, shoot or whatever, then get in the car and go. You know? I said, because you doing it at her house, and they already know she got a party, everybody gonna know to a degree she the one that caused this chaos. If anybody gets shot, it's gonna come down on her head.
It's gonna be on her name, even though they're using the other dude name, because then you know how we do as black people. Oh, see, it was her that got them two against each other and be like, nah, that's why I be telling people about these stories. I was like, respect the dead if that person died, or respect the hurt. But I don't know the story. They're like, oh, you being white. I said no, because you said they was at a party. Now that's already saying that's too many people there. So we definitely, if the news report a story, they only going to view it from whatever that news station, how they report. So you'll have to know the ideal of the news station. So if we know if it's CNN, come on, they already know they gonna look at it a certain way. So you got to be mindful of that. And that was good, brother. And that's like good examples to use when sometimes you might have to step in, and a lot of brothers don't step in because I don't know if they scared that something will happen to them, or fear their life for other people, or whatever. But sometimes just, I've done it plenty of times, just stepping in, looking out for somebody. So when people are like, oh, she hate this, but she stepped in the middle of something that he so-called hate, that's not going to get talked about. So
My friend, he was like, man, he's like, don't do that. Like when I stepped in, he was trying to grab me. He was like, man, let's just go. And I'm like, nah, man, I can't do her like this.
Right.
She cool people. Right. And it got to the point where, my friend, they was like, they didn't want to, kind of break this stuff up. But then in the end, when I was there, they had my back on it. Like, man, we got your back, man, but bro, you can't save everybody. I'm like, this situation, it started, like I seen it when it was starting, so it was easy to break it down. But once they got to fight, I wasn't gonna try to go in there and break up no fight and try to, because once a situation, when the situation escalates so far, ain't no turning back. Now, to that extent, they would have just had to do it. Either had to leave. I'm not gonna go grab nobody, try to break no fight up, because then I get hit and I want to fight. So it's a difference in that matter. To the extent.
So intervening is sometimes a good thing early, like knowing. So whether you spiritual, like, no, we get into that spiritual or whatever. No, sometimes just that few seconds you did, the minutes, and you did it at that time before, like you say, anything started. That helps a lot. People got to understand that too. Intervening at the right time helps a lot. But you intervene in the mind of protecting people, not to start trouble or to escalate it to make it worse. To say, all right, this is the outcome. This is your choice. Come on, we brothers. We got a problem solved. And you made them think. And that's the good thing about talking to men. You could be in a group of 10 men, but if you talk to that right one and he can get them to stop, it's like, man, that's beautiful. Because I've done that. I don't know if I talked to the right one or I've been called, but to intervene, and it was like at the right time. And that's why I tell people, like, how you do it? I say, I'm a fool. The spirit, somebody was praying for me. Somebody was putting grace over me. I was having good energies and good vibe. So my brother, I appreciate you and everything. Check out his channel. You got any last words? I want to do the Brotha Talk series with you. I'm gonna hit you up with an email. I'm gonna find it at web.
It's a lot of good brothers in this space, man. I'm gonna start, dropping some of their I drop a lot of their videos and stuff to where people can go and watch them. Because this is young guy, Absalom Pianki TV. I'm just starting going over there more often. He's pretty good cat, man.
Right.
He, like I say, he comes from both sides. He try to get the men and women talk. And that's what I tell people in this space, man. It's the balance.
Right.
Because there are some men that mess up, and we can't hold the men up high without making them being accountable and responsible for their actions as well.
Right.
Because that determines the outcome of the next generation of men. Because of all they have this conceited notion that they're always right. Are we making better men? Are we creating a better, I would say a better environment for them? Because if they have a notion that they're always right, there's no consequences behind their actions. So this is where we have these scenarios of guys in conflict with each other, because no one has that mindset of peace and being the bigger man. Like me, I was the bigger man in that situation. Every time that guy came at me, I just gave him all the respect because I be like, man, you're going through it, you hurt right now, you don't understand the situation. So I'm just gonna let you have this. Every time you talk crazy to me, and the
Right.
crazy part, man, I'm way bigger than this guy. I'm literally twice this guy's size.
But you like
Literally
6'2"?
twice. Nah,
You like 6'2", 6'1"?
no, I'm six even, but that's what I'm like
Okay.
as far as weight wise. Like
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm 260. This guy is like what 125, 130, like literally small.
Okay.
He like damn near 5'1", 5'2". But we've been cool like that for years, you know. But like I said, it was just a situation in his life to where he somebody just was pulling his strings, and he fell into the trap.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
that's the thing.
happy
People
that.
can leave
Mhm.
breadcrumbs for you to
Right.
kind of get you all riled up.
Right. That's what he was trying to. That's what the dude trying to make me do. But I'm literally just speaking truth. Like I only know how to fight with my heart. I don't know how to fight from a place of anger. I left that back in. That's why I didn't really get it. I could have been boxing, but I wouldn't like. I'm being funny. I wouldn't be letting Tyson Fury knock me out like Deontay Wilder is. You ain't paying me enough. I'm just playing, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I'd be boxing. But when I got that out of my heart, it's like I don't really want to beat on no dude. I like fighting to wear you out. Sometimes you got to knock people out because that's the only way to get it. Sometimes you just got to wear them out because I boxed in the military. I was 30-5, so it's like people don't know your battle. And then another thing about the young man, it's like we talk about a lot of stuff, but nobody talk about the beginning. Or let's start like bring young men like your sons. You have. I'm not gonna bring your personal life, but your child.
I got three
Yeah,
boys.
you show them moral values and ethics. You know all of these channels. I was like, I'll be telling people, think about what they're saying. Do you hear the women, like women talk about liberation, but you never hear dignity? Like, it's like, why is that important? I said, dignity has self-respect. Like, so just because I'm liberated, I don't mean I got to be sexual. Just because I'm a man and I'm liberated, that don't mean I have to be a man of means and still cheat on women that I want to be with, and they got to accept it. It's like, man, where, and that's what I challenge people on. I was like, I wish the people that have the big names, the many followers, or if they call them family or whatever, members, or whatever, subscribers, they start using those type of words and diving in. That's how it's gonna change. If you don't dive into that stuff, like you said, as you said, and we already on that, and we know that we're just talking the talk. Like I would love. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's like a lot of people use these channels more for good. I mean, more for evil instead of good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's painting a narrative. That's the issue with a lot of these young cats now. They paint them a narrative, and they take it for face value. It's for what they see, basically on hearing, but it's what they hear is what they see. Versus
Right.
having that understanding. That's why I always tell guys like I've been working on my book lately. It's gonna be called Our Fathers, to where
Okay.
I'm breaking it down on you need multiple men to understand life. Like if
Yes.
you had the best father, that's great. But if only thing you go and live by is the word of your father, your father could be a crackhead, and you think life is circled around this crackhead. Or your father can be a general, and you think life is circled around this general, but there's other perspectives you don't think about. Like
Right.
I always talk about our fathers because my uncle, the men in my church, the men in my community, my
Mm-hmm.
coaches, all these men randomly I work with, they taught me certain keys in the life, man. And it's like I can't discredit something that I might learn from my dad, but if another guy combats and go against it and he gives valid points, I gotta respect it and I gotta
Right.
have a conversation with my dad. Or
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta know, well, my dad is wrong in this, but I'm not gonna bring it to the light because you know, I'm a respect his authority, but if it comes up, I have to, you know, set the claim that, Dad, you know, you taught me this, but I took it a step further, you know. And as men, we're always supposed to be better than our father. Like my kids, I expect my kids to do great things
Yes.
because I'm great. Like I tell people a lot. I was like, man, my dad was in the military. You know, he set
Okay.
aside money and everything for us
Hmm.
for life insurance and all that. I'm like, he was just an awesome man. He set so many things in play for us to go to school with him for him on the military dime. So when
Okay.
it comes down to it, I'm like, the bar was set high for me, so I got to do the same for my kids. You know, I didn't go to the
Hmm.
military, so my thing is I have to, you know, set this bar, get my kids in school, paying for it, you know, and like I tell my sons, you know, you got to do good in school and everything and get good grades. If this college is not for you, I'm not forcing college because you still
Right.
can maintain a life outside of college, but
Hmm.
college is a better option if you're going into a professional field because trades
Right.
are always good. A lot of men they think like they're forced to go to college. No, if you figure it out, go to a trade school. You know,
Yes. And
get
that's what I
go
want to
to
talk about. Like, them brothers saying, "Oh, you weak when you go on a date with a woman that you don't have enough money, and so you shouldn't be on a date. Keep built." I was like, the dude got a good life already, and I want them to know, like, you can go on a date if a woman don't want to accept your first date because it is your money, you work for it. I don't care if you do crypto as your full-time job or if you go to 9 to 5 as a full-time job. So you still have that worth in yourself that you got to know. You can't just listen to what these people are saying because they are selling you something because that's their MO on these platforms. They're not really trying to give you nothing. And like you said, brother, but I don't want to be here much longer. I don't know about your day. I appreciate you for coming on. Definitely gonna hit you up. I know I said it's at 48. Something you said, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm like, yeah, you gonna do a video on that, like this versus this, or we'll think of the name to call it or whatever. So
okay.
yeah. So I shared your go take off sheet, talk about, like I said, he's about the military joint. I'm working on studying for being a notary public. So I'm not really reading nothing else, but definitely I got all those military handbooks. I got to dive into them now. He was like, you can have a house, pay zero this, and be doing that. I was like, what? I never. Sometimes you don't think about doing that because they don't tell you. They don't say it to you that way.
Yeah.
So, any last thing, anything you want to end off with, share with
Big,
us,
the
or
biggest ending and sure I
Mhm,
like to tell people, man, I always talk about life insurance. Just like I
mhm,
say, they force you to get car insurance, they force you to get homeowners insurance, even health insurance. But what's the point of not getting life insurance if you're not
mhm,
protecting your assets, which is your family? And if you don't have a family, protect yourself. If you
mhm.
pass and all your assets go to the state, that's a reset for your family and the generations to pass. Because
Okay.
there's no wealth transfer. It's always a debt transfer. You know, when you
Mm,
die, someone's got to pay for your funeral.
mhm.
You know, so you're giving a debt transfer more than a wealth transfer. You know, you might get uh, dad's old car that don't work because he never finished fixing it, or you might even get, you know, a couple of outfits or some Jordan collection.
Right.
But why not get any money that holds more value? You know, and that's my end, man. Get life insurance, protect yourself, man. A lot of people
Yeah.
not taking it serious. COVID showed, I mean, CB showed that
Mhm.
anything can happen. You can be here today, gone tomorrow. So protect yourself.
Okay, appreciate that. Listen to the brother, check out his channel. Then he leads you to another brother. And I want to talk to that brother too one day and just stick on certain things because I've never been the platform to argue. But again, I apologize to people because it was a call out to because they on the platform to to get them to come. But it went a different route. They started messaging people. That's harassment. They don't know that. And defaming people by saying, I'm abusing a woman I never touched in my life. Like, not being funny. She was more prone to abuse me. So
That's
like literally
assassination
it's
of
like,
character right there.
yeah,
That's
like
a lot.
it's not a diss to her. But the way she acts, the way I act, I can get riled up with you, she. My voice can get higher. Like I know you heard on some of my videos. I'm not. My mind is not thinking about. I can say and do stuff. The last thing on my mind is fighting you, because I feel that's like another thing to talk about, brothers. Not to get into it, is penis discipline, semen like discipline. Like I don't want to go have sex with a woman because I seen her naked. I don't want to fight you because you called me a bad name or anything else of that nature. That's the last thing on my mind. My first thing on my mind is trying to resolve what just transpired or what happened. That's all. And only the time the fight comes is when somebody actually they can swing. You can swing at me, and I still don't want to fight you because I feel as like real quick, like you got anger. I'm like, my anger is not towards she right now, so I really don't want to hit him. So I might just take if you feel good, like not saying you would do that. Know what I'm saying? Because if I swing and hit you, I'm not saying we're gonna do that. My anger that I had built up is going towards you now, and that's why I don't get into fights. People don't understand that, and that's something I talk about on another time. Your anger and directing it towards where it should be. It can be like you can have good anger and direct it towards something, and then 15 minutes of fame, you a millionaire. You can have bad anger and take you down the wrong road. Now you in prison.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate you, brother. C. Thanks for coming
thing.
on and everything, and definitely gonna hit you up. That's something actually I'm gonna have to. If I remember it, I wasn't gonna do it on here, so I'll definitely hit you up and let you know. Email you too about.
Okay.
Yeah, because I email you. I'm gonna show you. I do like a PowerPoint. It ain't no grand scheme. I email you the other one that we did with the other gentleman, which is weird of why I don't know. So whatever. So again, I apologize. Thank you, she. Thank you everybody that watched Brother David and whoever else that was on or viewed it. Just I don't. We should just stop harassing people or defaming people online. Like for me, I feel like if you speak the truth about me, I accept it because I spoke the truth on myself since I been on YouTube. So, all right, brother, you have a good day, and everybody else. And I know it's cold out. Stay hydrated. Be easy. And
All right.
so, all right, brother, have a good day.
Yep.
All right.